Hello? Oh no. Sushi. Sushi, stop. Ugh, I can't anymore. Hello? Can you hear me? Is everything okay? Is everything okay audio-wise? I don't have my model here with me right now because I feel like it'll slow down my PC. I wasn't gonna work on my video, but I think I am going to work on my video. Yes? Oh my god. Sushi, I'm sorry. What is it? Yeah? He wants pets. What is it? What is it that you want? You have water? You have water. What's wrong? He just wants pets. I'm never gonna get any work done. Squish that Sushi. He's here, like, right beside me. He's, like, seated right beside me. And he's, like, tilting his neck up, like, meow. How is everybody doing? Hello, Making Bacon. Hi, Ash. Hey, Joe. Hey, Tatsu. Hey, Kuroi. Today we're gonna be working on some stuff. So I'm gonna be working on my video. Howdy, freak. Does Sushi Cat like being squished? I don't know if he likes being squished, but he'll take just about anything. I can squeeze his belly, and he won't react most of the time. Sometimes he'll like think you're playing with him and like try to like pat you or something with his paw, and then sometimes he'll like start bunny kicking. He likes pets. I could do most things, and he'll just like stay there. Sometimes I hug him, but then he doesn't like it, so he like starts like struggling to get out, and then I just let him go, and then he'll look at me like, you've lost hug privileges, you've lost cuddle privileges. Oh my gosh. He's like just sitting here beside me, getting petted. He's getting pet tax. I can't use my one arm. I'm supposed to be working right now. Can you hear the ambience of the game? I'm not supposed. This is supposed to be like a while we're working, like how we'll have like little to no mic situation. So we're just gonna be working. I figured like it's a Monday and a lot of people probably have work too, so it's like let's just work together. Chat. I literally I'm so tired. It's still a Monday, but I'm so tired. It's freaking February still, and I'm already tired of 2026. I mean, there's still things that I look forward to, definitely. But I am in, like, so much pain. And I laughed it off so many times, because, like, I didn't want to worry people, low-key. But I also am a blabbermouth, so, and you know how I am with, like saying things out loud, like, oh, I want a pizza, or like, oh, this thing hurts. Yeah, and like, I desperately wanted this neck thing to just like, be some stiff neck, but it hurts so much. Like, I've like cried to myself, being like, why does it hurt so much? And then like guzzling down pain meds because I still need to work, like, you know how it is, like, you know how like other places will maybe be like, oh, you're sick, bro, go home, whatever, but we're not like that here. I clearly haven't learned my lesson from like my burst appendix. Me being like, oh, it's just a stomach ache, oh, bursts. I'm just gonna go to work still. And that's the same thing happening right now, like, I can't really take a day off from whatever it is I'm doing. And I also don't want to like not work on my video. Speaking of my video, I'm crashing out because I refused to go to the doctor because I was like, Sushi, no, don't get on the table, no. Okay, he's trapped now, he's on my lap because he got on the table. But I refuse to go to the doctor because I'm like, oh, like, the doctor's too expensive, but freaking I had to pay for more like 40 extra bucks because I bought the perpetual license a long time ago. But yeah. Oh no, he's leaving. Don't leave. You're my water bottle. You're my warm water bottle. No, Sushi. Well, he's just standing up. Okay, he's still in my lap. Funny that you ask. Did you try a hot compress? I have been, you know how I am right now? Oh, Sushi, no. He's trying to get back to the table. No. No, he's grabbing onto my desk mat. No. Sushi, no. Funny that you should ask, because right now I have a hot compress, like, basically taped on my neck. You know how I've been able to function? I either take painkillers, or, I put, like, the way that I put a hot compress to my neck while I'm working is I can't constantly, like, pin it to my neck, right? The hot compress that I have right now is huge because it's the one for, like, you know, period pains and cramps. So it's like this huge, like, bottle looking thing. So I have that donut pillow that you use for, like, the donut pillow that you use for, like, traveling when you go to the, like, bus or when you go on a plane and you want to sleep. You like, yeah, the neck pillow. And there's, like, a pin in the middle. Yes, Sushi? No. There's a pin in the middle, and so I put the hot compress to my neck and then I secure it. It's basically like a self-heating neck brace right now, what I have. That's how I've been functioning the last few days, because it really is that painful. Like, we laughed about it and it was like, oh, it's just neck pain. That's my mentality too. It's just neck pain. I'm just getting old or something like that. And so it's so painful. And it spasms and it like makes me dizzy sometimes because of how painful it is. It's like my head is like wobbling, like it's like detached a bit from my head, and so when I walk and it jiggles, I feel terrible. But we truck on because I mean, let's face it, why do you not go to the doctor? Because they just want to take your money. I don't got money for a doctor. I'm half joking, by the way. Well, like, that's the main reason I didn't want to go to a doctor. I'm like, they're probably just gonna prescribe me, like, I don't know, like, ice pack, ibuprofen. I'm already taking ibuprofen. It hurt so much that I was like, okay, well, I'm going to go to a PT that is, like, almost the same as, it's almost the same price as, like, getting a consultation from, like, a doctor, as in, like, a checkup where you just talk. And so, like, I get it, okay? Like, people are like, oh my gosh, you're complaining, because, like, oh, well, like, you're just talking to the doctor, and I know that it's that price because I'm paying for their knowledge and their expertise, okay? Like, it's different than just, like, asking Google or just, like, self-diagnosing. I get it, but it's still a lot of money, okay? So I don't like going there just talking. And then, like, so I went to this, like, PT. I got their cheapest option, which was like 800 pesos approximate, which is about the same as a checkup, which was like 750 or 790 or 80 or something. And so I went there instead so that I could alleviate maybe some of the pain. And then I told her my symptoms because they asked it. And yes, Sushi, I can't move my neck right now. I can't look to where you are. Sushi? He's fine. But, like, and she says, I think you should, like, get that checked. If after the session it doesn't get better, it did not get better. This was yesterday, so it did not get better, clearly. I woke up and it was, like, bad. And she's like, I think you should go to the doctor. Everybody, that's what they say, go to the doctor, because they said, like, maybe you need an x-ray, maybe you have a herniated disc. And I'm like, bro, and you know what other thing is that, like, it could also be like a stroke or something. Like, my dad, like, he, like, when we went to the doctor for him, like, the doctor said, like, he experienced a series of mini strokes. I didn't even know that was possible. But that's what I'm fearing right now, because, like, right now it's the PT fixed, like, the stiffness. So if I turn my neck, it doesn't hurt anymore. Well, it hurts a little bit, but it's, like, bearable. Absolutely bearable. And then but there's this spasm at the base of my skull that is like someone, like, getting under my skin and, like, squeezing my veins or muscles. That's how it feels like. Like someone's simultaneously electrocuting me, but also, like squeezing it. Like someone's choking my veins. And so I've decided to give in and do an appointment tomorrow. My dad also had a ton of mini strokes over years that eventually took his mind. That was the case for my dad too. It was like a brain blood clot thing that happened. And yeah, go see a doctor. I decided to cave. God. I'm like about to cry because, like, I don't wanna have to pay for medical bills, or like getting an x-ray maybe. I don't know if they're gonna take an x-ray, but, like, you know what I mean? Anyways, I can't afford to not work, so I can't believe the week I decided to, like, be like, okay, so I'm going to, like, I'm going to have, like pack schedule. I'm gonna go back to my you know, like, my series is my Pokemon and Monster Hunter and, like, Leviathan that I promised. And it's like my body is like, no, like, right? I get the avoidance surprises. I remember seeing the cost of my own checkups. Yeah, it's like it's like, right? Like, I get it though, I know, but, like, slipped disc from plastic chair. I don't want it to be a slip disc, but, like, that's the best case scenario, I guess, because they said, like, a minor slip disc, you just have to, like, I don't know, like, my mom is like, we should get acupuncture. I don't know. Yes? Wait, let me check on Sushi, because he's been meowing since earlier. I should have known. I should have known. It's... He wanted food again, but he already had food, but he wanted the good food. He only ate a little bit of his, like, food that I fed him. And I was like, why is he meowing and going to, like, near the entrance? Because that's where I stored his freaking food, the good kibble. And then he goes on top of it, stares at me like, why won't you give this to me? Why won't you give this to me? Well, it's his fault if he doesn't want to savor it and he wants to eat it all and not have any more good kibble. That's on him. I knew it. I was like, why is he being so noisy? It's food. Of course it's food. Anyways, let's get to it. I'm false advertising by doing this. Also, I'm crashing out. I forgot I forgot to finish my story about Wondershare. I had to drop. I'm so mad because here I am suffering through my neck pain because I'm like, I don't have the budget for like a sudden hospital bill right now. And freaking Filmora scammed me out of $40, guys. That's $2,000. That's like more than a doctor checkup. You know why? You know what happened? Is that I was editing this video that I showed you guys that had so many layers already, right? And it's not finished. It's nowhere near finished. I'm gonna be editing it again today, but it freaking okay. I'm gonna like go back and wait. How do I? Wait. What? Okay, wait. Wait. Oh my gosh, I'm panicking. This is supposed to be chill. Okay, wait. It's supposed to be. Where is it? There it is. Okay. Bro, okay, automatic payment? It's not automatic payment, thankfully, but I bought their perpetual... Heck. You can't get jump scared in an idle working game. I didn't mean to get jump scared. Can you hear the water? Clover, hello! Yeah! I love that animation of Gamma. I was so surprised when Gamma made that animation of me. But yeah. Maybe I should do this. Like, do the thing. But like, I literally, like, I was working on the video, and it suddenly, like, I don't know, like, crashed last time, right? It suddenly crashed last time. And I guess that was a blessing in disguise, right? Or not. I still had to upgrade either way, but like, it crashed, it lost a lot of progress. And then I opened up like this backup copy, and then there was so many backup copies all of a sudden. And then like, I opened one of them, and then I tried to check if everything was okay, and freaking, like, the first half of the video has no audio. Yes? But yeah, the first half has no audio, and so I'm like, but everything looks fine. Like, I didn't mute it, I didn't delete the audio, it just wouldn't play. Like, the audio wouldn't play, and I was like, maybe that's just like a editing phase thing. Let me try exporting it to see if like everything's okay. And I try to export it, and Filmora keeps telling me that I needed to pay for me to remove the watermark. I'm like, what the heck are you talking about? I already paid that years ago. I've already paid for the perpetual, meaning lifetime, Filmora. Lifetime freaking subscription. And Filmora is just like, no, you have to upgrade it or you're gonna get a watermark. And I'm like, you can't be serious, because you can't be doing this to me, because I just spent months editing this video and you're telling me that I can't even use it. So I did some digging, and I realized that I think it was Grogu. I was avoiding upgrading it, not because of like I knew this would happen, but I was avoiding upgrading it because like I didn't want to mess up my files, so I was just like, I'm gonna finish this video and then upgrade it. But I think he upgraded it while I was using the computer, because it keeps popping up at you every time you open up something. It keeps like popping up like upgrade, update, and I think he updated it. And then I realized that my perpetual license says that it only supports up until version 14. And if I want version 15, then I'd have to pay an extra fee, which is $40. It was 80 plus 40, so it's like 100 plus, which is, I guess, Still not that bad for a perpetual license. I get it. But like, I am so pissed. Right? I'm not blaming Gogh because like, they didn't disclose that. They didn't disclose that anywhere. So I probably would have updated it like yes? Yes? Or something, but like, what? What happened? Why does it sound so sad? Let me check. Sushi is being very needy today. Yes? I think it's because he spent the whole freaking afternoon asleep. Excuse you. No! Can you hear him? Can you hear his whiny little... Ah! He wants to play. He wants to go outside. Because he thinks he owns the place and he wants to go to the hallway. That's crazy price for just watermark. Well, I suppose like it's more like a license to use it. You know what I mean? Like they'll be like, oh, you can use it for free, but there'll be a watermark. So it's kind of like, oh, Sin, congrats on 28 memberships. Thank you so much. I hope you're enjoying your emotes. 2 years. That's like more than 2 years. Oh my gosh, you're so dramatic. He's taking out the meow. He's taking out the sad version. You know, I was so concerned when he started meowing like that for the first time. I thought something was wrong. Sushi? No. Sushi? Look at me. You can't right now. Sushi. I need to work. Sushi. He's making turn it. But yeah, it's like a perpetual subscription anyways, but like what happened was like, okay, well, if you're not gonna let me use the version 15, I don't even need it. Right? I don't even need it. I already paid you $80. That's a lot for me. Okay, that's so much. But I was like, this is an investment. This is an investment for my VTubing career. So I paid for it. And then I was like, I'll revert it. And then, get this, guys. I reverted it to like the version 14. Deleted 15 and everything. Which means like deleting the backups as well. But I'm like, I don't care. I'm not using 15. I'm not paying you more. I'm not like doing this. And then like I opened up the 14, clicked on my files because it comes with your account. I clicked on my files and they wouldn't freaking work. They were corrupted. It said, oh, this version of the file is only compatible with 15 and up, so we suggest you upgrade your like version of the app. And I'm like, I don't freaking care. Shut up. And I closed that window, and then I went to check the freaking footage. It had all the things still, and then I played it, and it was like, it was like hell unleashed in my ears because like all the audio was garbled and corrupted and just like the audio was like just like someone put like a noisiness filter, right? And I was like, freak! And then I had a mini panic attack because I'm like, my neck is broken. I have to pay for freaking hospital bill. And then I have to pay for this one. And I'm like, frick. And then I tried to search up, like, how can I get free Wink Walk? How can I get free Fillmore version 15 so that I can just like, I don't know, export the file and then like use that to like continue editing on version 14, and it won't work. I couldn't find anything, so I was like, frick, fine, upgrade it. And I upgraded it, and you know what they did? They bundled it with like some AI stuff that was like a monthly subscription or something, and they thought I wouldn't caught it. They were like, get a free trial with your like upgrade. And then I was like, what a frick do you mean? What is that? I didn't pay for that. And it was like $0. But I saw that if I hadn't caught that, if I wasn't like someone who just like checks, because like I checked my receipts and everything, made sure that like there was records, so if ever I'm going to like, you know, pursue it or whatever, but like I checked it and they were gonna just renew it without telling me. Buying the upgrade was like, you know, agreeing to it, and so I canceled that immediately. But now I'm scared if they will like continue it, even though I canceled it already, because I've heard of people getting that kind of scam. And it's like, I am so pissed. I am so pissed because it's like $8 like every month, and it's like AI, and I'm like, I don't need your freaking AI freaking, I don't know, effects or whatever. Get that out of here. And I'm so pissed. And I did consider like DaVinci Resolve before Filmora, but my PC can't handle DaVinci Resolve, and so I'm stuck with Filmora. And I liked it. I was like, fine. I mean, I already use Filmora. I know how it works. And I'm just so tired. Just so tired of these people. Oh my gosh. Anyways, I hope nothing happens, because I don't have it in me to like another, like, it's only been what? It's only been like less than 2 months since before, like, it's only been less than 2 months for like, what do you call it? Oh my gosh, where is my heat pack lost heat from me yapping too much. I'm gonna have to heat up water again and then like fill it up again. But like, yeah, that was my day, and that's why I was crashing out, because I was like, I hope that my appointment will yield good results and that like things will get better. But I hate Filmora so much right now. Like none of my footages, because like apparently if you upgrade or update your version, like the files that you have right now that you're editing will also update to that version, and you can't unupdate your files, so they're just like not compatible with your previous versions, so you're screwed. I was screwed. I was like, I can't just abandon this thing, like, dang it, like at this point I should have just paid someone to do this. Paying freaking, I guess I can't pay someone $40 to like edit a video. That's just like not realistic, but like I guess to me $40 is a lot, right? I'm sure a lot of people would agree, right? And it's like, in the grand scheme of things, I'm just upset that I'm penny pinching right now. Like if I was a penny pincher before, I'm like extra penny pinching right now, and yet I had to fork over $40 to this freaking, like, for this video app, when I didn't even need to. If I knew, if they disclosed that anywhere or anything, or if, you know, I didn't update it before the video was over, like I would have just like not used their version 15. How good could their version 15 be that it's like another $40? You know what I mean? So it's like, I can't believe they can just do that. Isn't perpetual, why do I need to, I guess that's the same with Windows, I guess, where it's like Windows 10 and then you have to pay for Windows 11, because like they're gonna stop supporting the Windows 10 that you bought. But yeah, I'm already like starving artist, you know? I'm already starving artist. The only reason I was like willing to fork over Wondershare is because like I didn't have any more like options of like getting the Ahoy versions, you know? Like it was just, I was like, fine, at least it's perpetual, one-time fee, and then I can use it until the day I die. Turns out, it hasn't even been like 5 years. Has it been 5 years? I don't know. Has it been? I don't think so. I think I'm about to hit 5 years. Hasn't even been 5 years. I have to pay again. And sure, it's like 40 and not another 80. But that's wild. Like, how many times? I'm just gonna shut up. I'm just gonna forever. And then what are they gonna do? Like, I'm so pissed. Anyways. I'm so pissed, you guys. I'm like in my 20s and there's a possibility of me having a herniated disc. This is wild. Like, it might be from my movements. I'm like, what? I just realized that, like, this makes it harder for me to, like, listen to it. If I had known, I would have just, like, taken the painkillers now, but I don't think I should take more than 2 a day. I think that would kill me. Well, not kill me, that'd be bad for me. I'm playing the video right now, and I hope you guys don't hear it, because it's noisy, and this is supposed to be chill. Alright, we're gonna work for real now. And then we can chat in like 10 minutes or something. I'm sorry that I came on here and the first thing I did was rant. I was like, frick, I'm so tired. And I know everyone tells me to rest, but I'm like, I would like to rest. I would like to play video games all day, actually. Or like just lie down. I want to be on my phone. I want to play Uma Musume. I want to play Uma Musume. No, I should stop thinking that. It's gonna make me not want to work. But I can't rest. I can't rest right now. Cause like, I don't wanna, like, cause that's the thing, right? Cause like, wait, sometimes it's hard to hear me think when I'm like, listening to myself talk. In another video. Okay, I think that's good. But like, what was I saying? Like, I'm just like so... I feel like, oh my gosh, this feels like a format where I get thrown away by the vibes. I'm talking softly. There's some strange rasp in my voice from tiredness. I'm listening to keyboard tappy-tee-tap in the background slightly. I feel like this is like the mood for me to get vulnerable, because I was about to share like I feel like with VTubing, I know that, you know, like especially with our values, we were like told to manage our expectations. I literally know like people who make it out of this is like a 0.0001%, but I wanna challenge that anyways. But like, after you do your like real world work, and then it's just so tempting to just like, I guess like you get burnt out if you don't do this, but like you should like just like lie down, relax, because that's what I asked. Because it never occurred to me, that's what I asked my previous like trainer. We had a trainer in my previous job, and I was like, how do you manage all that? Because like he was sharing about how he like traveled and like, you know, went on trips, and I was like, how the heck do you do? I was like, how do you manage that, like, this job and then like being able to relax? And he's like, well, like, you know, sometimes you just have to do nothing. Sometimes you just have to really rest, like on the weekends, like just like not do anything. I'm like, that is insane. Because that never even crossed my mind. Because I'm like, every free moment of breathing moment that I have to freaking invest it into VTubing, or else like I won't have time for VTubing. Because like, when else am I gonna have time? And then like every moment lost, it's like a delay, and I have to do everything myself. And it's just like I don't even have enough time as is, and you mean to tell me I'm supposed to share some of that time to like do nothing. That's crazy. I was a crazy one. Plot twist. Plot twist. The crazy, the insane one was me. But literally, that's such solid advice, but I couldn't fathom it. I was like, what? Then when will you have time for dreams? And that's the kicker, guys. It's so hard to find time for your dreams when you're like exhausted from your job that you do to keep yourself from being homeless. It's like, oh, I don't want to be homeless, I gotta do this. And then afterwards, like, I would like to do something of leisure, please. It's like, no. And it's like, the lewd, but honestly, the hobby is becoming a job as well. I would work 17 hours a day if my job was VTubing. Someone on Twitter was like, would you become a full-time VTuber if you got $20 per hour? Yes. 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 I feel like that's more than my current salary, actually. That's like... So let's say you stream 8 hours a day. Right? Let's say you do that. $20. 8 times 20 is... I can't think of it. But basically, it'll be like $900+ per week. Is it week? I might be wrong on my math. But like even 5 hours a day is like 20 times 5 is like $100. So your daily wage is like $100, right? I'm not dumb, am I? Rant or whatever, it's fine with us. We're here for the streamer anyways. Yeah, why was 20s Joe so reckless? Been spending lots of money on medical and do the things done in my 20s. Oh no! Guaranteed money for VTubing? I know, right? I feel like to make it in VTubing, you have to come to terms with the fact that it may never be more than a hobby to you your whole life. But it's so hard because like it's the same concept as like life is more expensive if you're poor. Is like if you're a full-time VTuber, like you get more opportunities to like flourish. I guess that's just like stating the obvious though. You have more opportunities to like flourish because you spend all your time doing this thing, right? And like also if you're like a bigger VTuber, right? Like a lot more people will know about you, and also like brands too, companies and stuff, right? They'll sometimes send you stuff for free because they want you to promote their product. Wait, I just realized that. Me getting like free games. I don't have to be paid, but I guess there's a chance of me streaming it. Because why wouldn't I? But what if they just give me a free stuff and then they just like... I guess that's the thing, like your product has to be good too. Because if you send something for free to someone and you don't pay them and then they just play it and they're like, it's boring. And then you just like, don't tell anyone about it because there's nothing of note. So I guess that's that too. But, I got sidetracked again. But you know, like the bigger you are too, right? Like you get way more, like, people giving you stuff for free. But when you're poor, you don't really get stuff for free a lot. Because, like, there's no benefit. That's the thing. It's never really free, is it? That's why I was, like, so confuzzled by everyone's support. I was like, what the heck? What the heck? What are you doing right now? I get scared. Getting things for free. I like free stuff, but when someone gives it for free, I'm like, what do you actually want? What do you want? What do you want? That's why I was like, I don't know. That's why I'm like pretty grateful actually. I keep telling this to you guys, but like, I'm really grateful because like, I'm in the grand scheme of things. I know it in my head. Sometimes you like forget, but like, I instinctively I feel like remind myself. I have such bad imposter syndrome that I get sad so much sometimes because it's like, oh, I may never make it. I'll spend my whole life. Like, I want it so badly, right? I want it so badly to just just like eat, live, breathe. I feel like I've said this 50,000 times in multiple streams, but like, you know, I guess like I know there's probably gonna be a downside if this was gonna be your job, because then you're pressured to be like, you know, this has to make money or whatever. But like, I feel like I would love that actually until I'm a grandma, just like doing these. but like I said, like in the grand scheme of things, like I'm very, very tiny VTuber actually. I know the numbers are like in the thousands, but like, you like in the content creator sphere, I feel like I'm very tiny VTuber. I'm a very small VTuber, but I feel so grateful because like I, for example, like got to release merch and people actually bought it, which is crazy because like that's always the thing, right? It's like, that's wild. I always get so like bad. Get so bad? Sorry, I'm multitasking and I can't form words. I feel so bad because like it's like with my merch, right? Like the shipping fee is so expensive. Also, I just realized that people probably rack up the freaking price of the product because they take into account the shipping, right? Like, rather than saying, hey, the product is $5, but oh, now we can actually talk. Not like I stopped talking. Okay, guys. Yeah, almost. Strings attached. Time to give Mega 30k with the only condition being Mega. Bruh. 30k is wild. I get paranoid even recommending stuff to friends. Like, I mean, I enjoy it, but like, do your research. I know, right? Because like, I feel like, you know, when you vouch for something, it's like, that's why I, how do you say it? Like, that's why I, like, with companies and stuff, right? Or like sponsorships and stuff, it's like hard. Because like, you're telling people to trust you, bro. You know, you're like, oh, trust me, bro. It's good. And then they try it and then they get a bad experience. And you kind of feel responsible for that, you know? Tiny flamingo tuber. Bro. Tiny but cute and very enduring. A showcase of the growth you're able to achieve on your own. Thank you. No, but really, like, I'm really grateful. Like, this isn't just like lip service, but like, sometimes it like just enters my mind. Like, dang, like I'm so like insignificant in the grand scheme of things, but like these people that I was able to like find them, and they were like able to find me and stayed, and like chose to support is like wild, right? Like, it's hard. It's like very easy to like forget because like YouTube especially, or content creation in general, is like they're always talking about like the millions, like, oh, 1 million views, blah blah blah, or like 10,000 views, but like sometimes like seeing your video and you're like, oh, like 800 views only, 800 views only, and then there's like someone on the other end being like 50 million views or something like that, and you're like, dang, my video sucks. But like, that's 800 people. Like, that's just if you view it as people. It's hard to it's easy to forget that like that number is like a person who chose to spend their time. There's like time is so like that's why I'm so confused sometimes by I'm so confused sometimes. There's so many people where it's like they have so much time to like just like kind of like yap about other people in a negative way or like you know like spread hate or something, because I'm sitting here like counting the minutes. I'm like I have no time for literally anything. Like I have so many things I need to and want to do, and then where do you find like they must have so much free time. Like I'm so jealous. They must have so much free time that they can just like afford to like waste time on hating on other people. I'm just so tired every day trying to live my life, bro. I'm so tired every day trying to live my life, being like, oh my god, like I want to do stuff, like I want to do this and that, but I don't have time. And it's like, oh my gosh, like I'm a gossiper. I like gossip, but like if ever, I'll just like gossip with my friends, I guess, and be like, man, that was wild. But like going to someone being like, you suck. I hate you. I hate you so much. And I hate that this is a thing. You know that like YouTube's gonna recommend it more to you. YouTube is gonna recommend it more because they're like, oh my gosh, this person commented on this video so much. You must like it. You're engaging with it. That's why rage baiters exist. You didn't account for shipping? I didn't include shipping in my like prices. But like I think I realized later that that was a strategy that companies or something like they're like, how do you say it, like their strategy is like, for example, if the item is worth $50 but the shipping is 500, I feel like a lot of people will be turned off by that, being like, oh, it's not worth it or something like that. But like if you say the item is like, I don't know, like $100 and the shipping is like 50, I feel like it'll be less, like for some reason your brain is like, okay, that's pretty worth it, I guess. Or like you'll say like, oh, this item is like $100 and the shipping is like 100, but instead of saying that, I'm just gonna say this item is $200, and then I'll tell them they have free shipping. I should have done that, chat. I should have done that. Is it too late? I already told you. Now you're gonna know. Being like, oh, Mega doubled the price because of shipping. No, but like then everybody has like different shipping prices. Everybody has different shipping prices. Like so, like how are you gonna price that? Because some people have to pay more than others because of their location. I don't know. I don't understand. I don't understand how marketing works. That's my bane. I'll pretend you didn't say anything. You'll be like, Megu marked up the prices to 3 times the price because she's gonna pretend that we have free shipping, but it's not free. We paid for the shipping, but she just wants us to think it's free. It's like saying like buy one take one, but the item is like, but it's actually still expensive. So like you'll think, oh, buy one take one, it's worth it, but actually you're just paying for 2 things. You just bought 2 things. The brain is very fascinating, isn't it? I should have known that. I should have been grind goo. What is it? What is it with the scalp? I should have been a scalper. I'm kidding. I hate scalpers. Scalpers should like stub their toe. Every time their stubbed toe is about to heal, they should stub it again. We're gossip. Meg saying that she's jealous of others because she does not have haters. No, I don't think I'll like haters, but I think I'll know I made it if I have haters. Sometimes it's hard because like you don't know, is it a hater or are they genuinely giving you advice, you know? Where gossip sucks because you just know that when you're not around they're probably talking about you sometimes. Yeah, that's the thing, like how they say, right? Eat dinner, good luck with the editing, check up tomorrow, Meku and chat. Enjoy your dinner, anxiety. Mega forgot the Flamingo Touchy live all over the world in different areas. Yeah. Live. Sorry, I said live. Oh my gosh. Wait, I think I need to reheat water. Or maybe I should do that. I should do that now because it's break. Because it's break, I'm gonna go heat up water and refill this thing because it's not hot anymore. My spasms are coming back. I'll be right back. have returned. I have returned. What were we talking about? I don't know what we were talking about. I don't remember. It's only 2 minutes left on the break. 何の話してたんだっけ？なんか何言えばいいのかな？忘れた。I forgot what we were talking about. Yeah, basically. Wait, I think I was being mushy. I think I was being mushy and being like, man, like, you guys are pretty cool. Cause like, as a small tuber, I think that I just set my heights too high, or just like find myself disappointing too easily. But I think I like no, it's almost ended the break. Mushgoo. まいちゃん、ハロー。おつ、仕事から来たの？ You come from work? What was I talking about? And I was being mushgoo. You're right. Mushgoo. I was being mushgoo. I think I'm just gonna be... I don't know. What if I unarchive this because I'm being too vulnerable? Work now. Oh no, you're working right now? Let's work together. Oh. Okay, here we go. It's happening. Oh no. Gotta readjust the freaking heat tab. Oh my gosh, my hair has grew longer. She's gonna do big work. Yeah, I'm gonna do big work. I'm doing big work now. ちょっとね、なんかあんま喋んないかも。今チャット見てないから。だってあれだよね、なんかいろいろ話したんだよね。なんかこういう時に携帯こういう時にあれだよね、なんか忘れた。言葉が思い出せない。こうやってなんかゆっくりとした配信もいいよね。私ってさ、なんかみんなにバカにされてるんだけどさ、なんかASMR 絶対無理だよ、めぐちゃん。無理じゃないよ。今やってるじゃん。ASMR。なんか、ゆっくりとした喋り方もできるんだよ。I can speak softly too, you know. Actually, that's me in my natural habitat. みんなになんか、そんなのめぐちゃんには無理だよね。なんか、大きい声出しちゃって、そんなの、なんか、ゆっくりとした喋り方とかもできないよね。本当はさ、みんな、私、everyone trying to... okay. Actually, I like podcasts, and I like listening to just, like, talk. Takes me hours to edit 5 minutes of footage to its polished, and exactly 8-bit. You have to do this. This is 20 minutes. I've edited 5 minutes over the course of a few months. So I need to lock in, edit another 5 minutes or something. And, like, post it already. How many months is this gonna take? I want this to be in February, posted in February. Sorry, I peeked. Megu is working. So. I'm like trying to like get things done. Actually, I like podcast stuff type things, you know. I like having like people talk in the background. It also makes me feel less alone. I think I need to...なんか私ってさ、アドのファンって知ってるよね。Everyone knows I'm a fan of Ado. And like, I like when I come across her clips where she's literally just talking. You know what I mean? 喋り方すらかっこいいよ。Ado. Even her talking is just so cool and full of aura and full of charisma. I don't know if I have that in me. 私ってさ、なんかこういうなんかおしゃべりしてるだけやってる配信めちゃくちゃ好きなんだよね。なんかみんなとおしゃべりしてるのがなんかゲームよりももっと楽しいかも。本当は。Actually, I feel like I find chatting with everyone more fun than playing games. I will stand on that. I will die on that hill. 90% of the time, I feel like talking with everyone is the thing that I actually like. That's why I'm so into streaming and not that much on producing videos. I mean, I still like editing. I still think it's fun. But I find it so much more fun to stream. Also, maybe it's also because, like, without you guys watching me, I don't really play games. Wait, I shouldn't be talking. I'm ruining the vibe by laughing. I don't really play games outside of streaming, and I think that's part of the reason I stream, is that it's an excuse for me to play games too. But I also just really like talking. But I don't do a lot of just talking streams because, number one, like, you already know, like, I'm scared that I'll go on here and then just, like, be a deer in headlights, be like, there's nothing to fall back on. I'll have to talk. I am the entertainment. I'm the man with a plan. But another thing, wait. Okay, there we go. Another thing is that, like I start, like, series, you know, I have backlogs, and I'm always, like, kind of just, like, how to say, like, it's like a to-do list for me, sort of, right? Like, if I keep just doing just chattings, I won't be able to progress on games. You know what I mean? Like, if I just... Oh my gosh, my glasses. This is very inconvenient. Okay. Like, for example, if I do Pokemon, but then all my streams are just, like, just chatting, right? Like, I'll never finish Pokemon. I'll never finish the game. And so I won't be able to move on to next games. You know, my attention span is very, like, limited. Like, so many things are always fighting for its attention 24/7. And it's just like, you know, like, I have to finish a game. Well, also I'm like, I have a thing with, like, I'll hyperfixate on a thing. And so it's all I can think about. So, like, I'll want to stream it all the time. But then there's no variety in my stream. And then people will think, like, oh, it's my niche. But I don't want to niche down. That's the thing, right? Maybe I'm, like, shooting myself in the foot. Because, like, people are always saying, like, oh, you should niche down. Right? You should niche down so that people who are a fan of this thing will, like, keep coming back. Because, like, if you're streaming Pokemon and then you're doing Valorant the next time, people are gonna be like, I'm not really interested in Valorant. Not really invested in Valorant. And it takes time for people to be like, oh, I'm watching it because you're playing it. But I feel like oh my gosh, wait. What's happening right now? Okay, this would be good. There we go. So I feel like, but like I refuse. Like I refuse to niche down because like I'm too interested in so many things. I've been deprived. Well, deprived is a strong word. I've been like unaware of so many things for so long that I just want to explore as many things as possible. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I want to do this. I want to try this. I want to try this. Like a whole new world has been open to me, and I'm like, I want to explore every single inch. I'm not gonna stay in one spot. I'm not gonna. I guess if I were to niche down, it would be Pokemon. Maybe, just maybe, because I really do like think there's so many Pokemon games out there, right? But also, I don't think niching down on Pokemon's gonna help because there's so many like PokeTubers, and also like I want to play Valorant. But then other people, that's why other people are like, oh, I'm gonna make 50 different channels because this channel is for Pokemon, this channel is for things. Okay, 8-bit, sorry. I'm glancing at chat now. I think we should do a Flamingo graphic podcast at some point, discussing all the amazing Flamingo truths. I don't know how sustainable that kind of podcast would be. Hello, Genki! Megu niche is flamingos, no? When has that ever been my niche? I streamed, I avoided niching down at all costs. I would get burnt out, and if I wasn't having fun, they weren't. I know, right? Like, that's the thing that I try to comfort myself with, is that if I... Wait, let me play this. I think that this makes sense. I'm gonna delete that. Okay, I think that's makes a bit more sense. Okay. The author. What was I talking about? Yeah, I felt like if I was to niche down, like, there we go. Like, I'll be stuck making that content for the rest of my life? Isn't that kind of... I don't think I have that kind of, like, I don't know what kind of hyperfixation. Maybe I should become like a Chiikawa-centered, how to say, Chiikawa-centered content creator. All I talk about is Chiikawa. I have become the Chiikawa. The MC. I don't know if I spelled that properly. Okay, I think that's it. Sorry, I pressed the wrong button. Oh no, I'm sorry, I ruined the ASMR experience. Wait, didn't I already ruin it kind of earlier? Jeez. Oh no. There we go. Ugh. Oh my god, my butt. Mego has known Flamingo Tuber the whole time. I felt that streamers personally was the core of the stream, and I finish a game and move on. True, I do believe that. I do believe that, like, streamers are the core of a stream. Like, even if, like, because that's why you're watching this gameplay instead of other gameplay, but it certainly helps. It certainly helps if you're also interested in whatever it is that streamer is, like, doing, right? My niche is probably hum. Don't mind me, I'm supposed to be lurking and not disturbing your focus. No, that's the purpose. That's why I'm streaming, so we can chat while I work. Ugh. If I just wanted to focus, I'd just be by myself. You know what I mean? Like, not stream. Just edit this video in my room alone. I missed you guys. Am I parasocial? Ugh! You're like, I miss chat. Ooh, and then I go live and chat's there, and I'm like, shut the heck up, chat. My niche is probably wanted partner in the Ord Portal games, the Sunrise and Raven Watch. What is Raven Watch? I've seen it all the time. Everyone talks about it in our Discord. Everyone's like, you guys want to play Raven Watch? Oh my gosh, Raven Watch. Usually makes you vulnerable to that game. It will not last forever, you have to be buried. Oh, true, right? But I guess, like, low-key, Pokemon I don't think will ever die. Some games will shut down. Like Gacha, they come and go. I feel like part of me is like ready to move on from Gacha. But I'm just so integrated, it's like a toxic ex I can never let go of. Kind of a one-trick pony whereas Flamingo's truth is concerned. What? What do you mean? I want to... Never mind, I'm not saying it. I hate when people do that, but I just did it to you. I'm sorry. My brain isn't 100% right now. Hopefully tomorrow it'll be, like, better. I'm getting nervous because, like, I'm aiming for a project. I don't know if I could call it that, a project that we could... I want it on a certain date. And if I miss that date, I feel like I'll have to wait another year. But then, like I said from before, where it's like, I think that having, okay, no, it's not that. I feel like, you know, making people, I feel like there's a timing to things, right? There's a timing to things, and I feel like waiting for too long. What the heck? Okay, I need to, like, give these exit animations. What? No. Anyways, there's a timing to things. Because, like, let's say that you're like, I can't release it right now because, like, this and this, and there's, like, a... So then you, like, lose time or whatever, or you lose the time where it's, like, people... Like, for example, like Silk Song, like, let's say you announce Silk Song, and then it's like, oh, it's been 50 years, and people who are, like, really, really into Silk Song, like, they're like, oh, never mind, you moved on, I forgot about that Silk Song existed. You sure you're not... If I miss that date, I'll have to wait another year. Maybe you're sure not your own OCD? I don't want to self-diagnose. I don't want to self-diagnose OCD. Wouldn't it be so embarrassing, too? If you wait long enough, it becomes a classic game. That one, too. There's a lot of games that I want to play right now because it's, like, the in. I mean, let me just say, I really want to play My Voice Zoo. But as with many things, it is not free. And with the hospital bills and the freaking Billboard, I try not to crash out because it's chill stream. It's chill stream. Also, stress is bad for me. Oh like it's only 100 pesos and I want to buy it because it seems so fun. But then, like, it's the it game right now, I think. Or maybe not. I don't really see a lot of people playing it besides on Twitter. I see, like, JP Livers play it. But I want to play it because it seems so fun. The thing with My Voice Zoo is you record your voice and then, like, you have a zoo full of animals with that recorded message. I feel like there's so much fun stuff that I could do. But I could always just play it in the future, right? Because I have so many backlogs of games that are in right now. But, like, there's also the thing of, like, oh, this is the it game right now. So if you play it, like, you know, like, you're on the wave. And I know I talked about how I don't like doing that necessarily because, like, that's a strategy for people who have the means to do so, but it really does help. And I know that trends come and go, but sometimes, like, some people have gotten some really good results from joining a trend, you know. I feel like that's just the game you play when you're in this industry. It's like, you gotta join those trends and those waves and... okay, maybe... Sorry, I'm talking to myself, I'm like, still editing. But like, I don't know, I might just like go back to playing... I'm just gonna play every single Pokemon game available. You know what I mean? The HFP Ominous VTubers playing classic games in JP gets into popular niche here. I suppose, yeah. Raven Watch is a roguelike action that can be played solo or online multiplayer. Oh, roguelike. There are multiple playable characters and all of them originate from fables and literature. The most played characters, Aladdin. That's cute. I love games that incorporate fables and like fairy tales. I especially love like Alice in Wonderland. It's so nice. Okay, I'm gonna have to enlarge this I feel like with me, I just dream. This is such a 180. I guess I just can't do things like normally. Like back then, I was like zero dreams, know your place. Don't like change the status quo. And now I'm like, I want this and this and this and this and this to be like, you know, grand. And I feel like, you know how like people will like debut and then they'll have like all these like lore videos and then they'll have like a original song or like a cover song that's really like fit for the occasion, and then they'll like have like these like really cool whatever it is animations and whatnot. That's what I was thinking of, like, for example, like a costume debut, the incoming costume debut. Ugh. But then that all costs, you know, money. So it's like you have to set your sights lower in your lane. You're like, who cares if you don't release it right away? You have to release things slowly because you can't do those things. They're like in our level. You know what I mean? Then I get upset about it. I'm like, oh, I can't believe I couldn't do this for them. I guess like, I don't know. Sometimes I just want to be like, guys, look. Maybe this one should be the one that shakes. I'm getting hungry. I had very little for lunch. By choice. It was by choice. I had to clarify that. Being like, ooh guys, poor me. I'm literal starving artist. No, I ate little on lunch. Or maybe it just feels little because of the painkillers. feel like they should be. I should line my stomach up properly for that. Okay, my brother is home. There we go. Same. I don't watch it because you're so trendy. Lola Gogh. I love Alice. Kids, let's go! I love Alice in Wonderland. I love when they like have different spin-offs of the theme of Alice in Wonderland. It's just so fun. This one is it's like a lot of fun, definitely. Rate it. Alright. We're doing voice bit. Red. Oh no, that's not red, is it? Red and then orange. Roy, yellow. G. Indigo. That's indigo enough. Bid. That's blue. Oh. Roy G. Bid. Yeah, it's blue. More purple. Oh, we got a. Okay, I'm gonna take a break, but I'm. Okay, wait. That's just a little bit more. V is the violet. Just one more violet. Okay. Oh man, what? Okay. What? It's not showing up. Maybe this kind of green is not very good. Maybe a different green. Yeah. Boop, boop, boop. Yeah. Maybe? I don't know. No, it doesn't look good. Wait. Okay, wait, no, break. I need to take a break. Yeah, I need to stretch. This is the problem with me. Make it yourself and make it very mega. Oh my gosh. I don't think most people realize the amount of work that goes into the back end offline side of stream. Definitely. I feel like a lot of people will like kind of just like dismiss the effort of streaming. But okay, I'm gonna stand up and stretch. Anyways, but dieting sucks. Yeah, dieting sucks. It was like, oh, calorie deficit. Whoa. Calorie deficit and exercise. I'm like, are you crazy? Excuse me. Meanwhile, I'm eating pancit canton. I'm just sorry. It's sometimes like too lazy. You know, eating healthy is like so much trouble. Like instead of just instead of just grabbing some random biscuit off the fridge, I'm supposed to like get my food groups. Grab a snack and drink. Oh yeah, I should drink water. God, forget basic human necessities all the time. I'm like, I feel terrible. I haven't had a lick of water. The better is, the more effortless it appears. Goes for a lot of things, like playing an instrument, right? People who make it look easy are the people who spend so much time on that thing. Talent is just something people say when they don't want to face the effort it actually takes for literally anyone to excel. I think talent exists. It's a real thing. But I think it's just some sort of like a not a cheat skill, but like, I think it's just somewhat of like an innate instinct inside of you. Like, for example, like, for people who are like, may have an instinct for music or something like that. Like, oh, they instinctively know or like can come up with beats or something like that. But definitely a talented person who doesn't put in any effort cannot beat a person who doesn't have a talent and put in the effort. It's just like both can be true, where it's like, well, if a talented person and a not talented person put in the same amount of effort, then yeah, the talented person is gonna reach further. But doesn't matter, because like, instead of like competing with a talented person, like you should just be happy that you got far, kind of feeling. And I know that's just like how I should frame things, but sometimes it's just like hard not to compare, you know? Yeah, talent is just being able to pick certain things up easier. And so like that's what really like struck me when I started like singing, because I felt like I loved music. Well, not like, well, I love music in that I feel very strongly that like music elevates and is very emotional. It like a scene could, like the music of a scene could be the difference between whether I cry or not. Like something could be so sad, but the music isn't really right or something like that. But then a scene is sad and then there's music and then I'll cry, right? It's that kind of thing where it's like I always wanted to do that with my music, but I just didn't know where to start, and I just thought it was a talent thing. But like I started coming across these videos because as a VTuber back then, it was like you have to like be triple threat. You have to know everything. You have to sing. You have to be good at voice acting. You have to be like just good at everything, right? And then so I started, and then I came across a video being like, guys, your vocal cords is a muscle, meaning that you can train it to be better. And I'm like, wow. Wow. And then I started practicing, and now people are like, oh, Megumi, you're pretty cool. I don't know if you're lying to me, but but like even I can tell that I don't sound like a dying whale half the time. Like back then, I could tell. Nobody could delulu me into thinking I sounded good. Okay, like people would be like, "Oh, I wish I could sing like you." Heck, I did not sing like this before. It's like effort. I started doing like, and it was so funny because like I started doing like exercises on YouTube, and I didn't know if I did them correctly or not, but I guess I am because it kind of worked. I think practice makes perfect, I guess. And like that's the thing, right? Even the most talented singers in the world spend their entire life doing basically nothing but refining their song. No shortcut with effort. I know, right? Like those like people you see that are like really, really like they're amazing, blah blah blah. Like I'll hear things like, oh, they base their lifestyle around that. You know what I mean? Like they'll not eat certain foods. They'll like have sacrifices so that their voice is in a good condition. You know what I mean? I feel like talent is just being able to pick certain things up easier. Oh wait, I already read that. But yeah, it's like your mind is wired for that particular skill and you pick it up faster. Exactly. But like, I feel like anyone can get there. Can you be amazing at it? Maybe not. Maybe not, but like, do you want to do it? Then go ahead. You know what I mean? It's like that thing in Shokugeki no Soma. This is why I love anime, guys. I love anime because like, they have like some really, really like quotes that you can live by. In Shokugeki no Soma, of all things, Shokugeki no Soma is like booba, naked, moaning, a lot of the time, but there's some real deep words there. I love Shokugeki no Soma and Haikyuu and Black Clover because they have MCs that they have in common is that they're deemed like talentless and mediocre, and like, and yet they still persevere, and yet they're the main character, and yet they don't give up. What sets them apart is that they didn't like give in to that sort of narrative of like, oh, you're mid, so you're gonna be mid forever. Because I was that person. I was like, man, I'm mid, I suck, and then just like, you know, like thinking that that's all I've ever gonna be. I still think I'm kind of mid, but like at least I'm not doom and gloom. So like, okay, I can change that, I guess. Because like that's the thing in Shokugeki no Soma, like there was a line or a scene where like one of the characters was like, why do you think people hate Soma, which is the main character. Because, like, in reality, Soma is not talented. He's not exceptional. But he can stand toe-to-toe with these, like, really, like, exceptional, like, amazing background chefs. And yet, like, you know, Soma is, like, he proves himself. He proves himself to be on par with everyone, right? But, like, why do they hate Soma specifically, right? And then he said, like, it's because Soma is the product of someone who never gave up. Because he went through thousands and millions of trials and error and just, like, persevered to get where he is so that he can stand toe-to-toe with, like, the chefs that you see over there that are deemed quote-unquote talented. You know, they had, like, Eddie now with, like, the god tongue or whatever. The god tongue. And yet he can, like, stand toe-to-toe with them. And he said something like, if they acknowledge Soma, they're also gonna have to acknowledge the fact that it's their lack of perseverance and effort that sets Soma apart from them. Because, like he said, like, a lot of people use that as kind of like an escapism of, like, well, they're just too talented. You know, they're just too talented. And so it's not my fault. You know, it's kind of like, well, it's only natural that they can do this and I can't because, you know, kind of like that excuse. And I'm not saying that's, like, completely untrue or something, and I'm not, like, shaming anyone, but, like, it stuck with me, you know what I mean? Same with, like Hinata, where it's like, there was this juxtaposition of how, like, Hinata wasn't born with the physique. That's what you could consider a talent, a kind of, like, handicap, you know, like, because Hinata is short, and there are people in volleyball who are, like, super tall, because there was this juxtaposition of, like, this really tall, volleyball player, but he was, like, a beginner, and yet he already won so many games simply because he was born with height, because of genetics, right? Because he didn't have to quote unquote work to get that height, and Hinata could work all his life and never get that height, but he compensated in other ways, and he's like, you know, like, he didn't let them get him down. And it was like, it's amazing. Haikyuu's amazing, guys. You have to watch it. It's more than what people are like. Oh, Haikyuu's just like, oh, they're just guys, and then they throw a ball around, and it's like just a sports anime. No, Haikyuu is so inspiring, you guys. It's so inspiring. And same with Black Clover. I really especially like Black Clover because, spoiler alert, you should read it. But, like, there was a scene. Spoiler alert. There was a scene in Black Clover where, like, you know how, like, people, or, like, not people, like, MCs or main protagonists will, like, quote-unquote be the underdog, but then later it's revealed that, oh, he's the reincarnation of, like, this super genius person in the past, or he's like, oh, he has a hidden skill, blah, 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 he's special, blah, blah, blah. And I guess that's, like, that still feels good. I still watch those kinds of anime, and I still find enjoyment in them, and I still find that cool, and I still like that, where it's like, oh, he's so cool because he's actually the reincarnation of this. I still find that cool, but, like, Black Clover did it very differently, where it's like, the main character doesn't have magic in a world full of magic, right? The main character, Aster, is like, he's the only person who, like, can't use magic or something like that. His magic is, like, it sucks, you know? And so people, like, kind of make fun of him for that. You know, he's treated as lesser than, but he never let that bring him down. He's, like, crazy positive to the point of, it's so inspiring. He's, like, crazy positive. He doesn't really, like, let people's negativity get to him. He's kind of like marches to the beat of his own drum kind of person. And there's this scene in some future arc, like, really far into the manga, sorry, but he like, they come across an enemy that says, like, I was wondering, like, why you were so, like, if there was something special about you, and why, you know, like, you're part of this team, blah, blah, blah. But, and usually, like, there'll be a reveal, like, and it turns out you have that person, you're the same as that person, blah, blah, blah. There will be a reveal, but the great reveal was, there is no such thing like that. Asta was just really unfortunate. Really, there was no special reason. There was no, like, hidden skill that he had that could, like, close the gap. It was, like, literally just in his face, the enemy was like, but turns out there really is nothing about you. You really are just like mediocre. There's nothing like crazy reveal. There's no any weird gimmick to you. You're just mid. Like she says that to him, and that's the big reveal, is that he really is just someone with zero magic that worked really hard in other ways to compensate for that. And he got to stand with the great people. And there's a lot of that same of themes. Hello, Alden. Sorry, I was in monologue mode. Hello. We're in break. We're in break session. But like, there's a lot of that in the same vein, like that same theme across Black Clover, where it's like people will be like, oh, you just got lucky, that's why you're like part of us right now, even though you can't use magic, even though you suck, you just got lucky with that grimoire that allows you to use that sword or whatever, because you just happened to like get it or whatever. But like, isn't that the same thing with you too? You just happen to be blessed with mana, but whatever. Like, there were people like that. And then he tries to pick up the sword and then realized like he picks up the sword, he tries to pick up the sword and realizes it's super heavy and that he can't pick it up. Because like the draw of the sword and why Asta is the only one who can like use it is because it sucks magic out of someone. So mages will find it hard to wield because it sucks out their mana, right? Or their magic or whatever. You have to have like a lot of mana. Sorry. You have to have a lot of mana. And so people were like, oh, you just got lucky because you find something that made your like zero magic, but your zero magic, but like oh no. Okay, zero magic, but be able to use it. But it is revealed later that, you know, he tried to pick it up and he couldn't pick it up because it was heavy as heck. And he just like, and Asta swings it around like it's nothing. And so if Asta didn't work hard for like years training his body, because he couldn't train his magic, so he's like, I'm just gonna train physically. Mashler be like, but like he trained for that, and that's why he can like lift it, right? And so like, I don't think the weight was the issue. Weight was also an issue, but also, yes, the anti-magic. But like, that's why people were like, oh, you just got lucky because you got that anti-magic sword. If it wasn't for that anti-magic sword, you would be nothing. But like, that's the thing, is like, Asta worked hard to be able to lift that sword, right? He was able, meaning he worked towards his body so that when the opportunity presented itself, he was able to grab hold of that opportunity. If he was a Debbie Downer and he spent all those years being sad about how he didn't have magic and he didn't work on himself in other ways that he could help, because he can't help that he doesn't have magic, so he worked on other stuff that he could work on, right? And so he worked towards that, and so when the opportunity presented itself, he was able to grab hold of that opportunity. And that's what another thing about like in anime, right? Where it's like, they say like, sometimes you create opportunity, but it's more like, that's like a fancy way of saying it, but it's more like, there's a lot of things in life that you just can't help, and it's just like, you can't really predict things, but like, if you just work on yourself, right? Like, if the opportunity does present themselves, and yeah, sure, you could say like, but the opportunity will never present itself. Well, at least you work on yourself. I don't know. But like I said before, like, there's only two choices. You give up or you keep doing something, and maybe if you keep doing something and putting in the effort, like, it won't work out still the way, but like, I still think it's kind of better than giving up. You know what I mean? Because like, if you give up, yeah, basically you miss the 100% of the shots you don't take, that kind of thing, that kind of motivational, where it's like, if you don't work on yourself, if you work on yourself, there's a very, 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 very slim chance that something might happen. You know what I mean? And wouldn't it be so devastating if an opportunity does present themselves to you, but you can't grab hold of it because all these years you spent it moping around. You know what I mean? Wow, deep conversations. But that's the thing, right? Is like if Asta spent the years moping around and that sword dropped himself in front of him and then Asta tried to pick it up, he's like, oh, I can't lift it because I don't have the strength to do it. You know? But because he worked on himself, and when the opportunity presented itself to him, he could grab hold of it and make use of it, right? Conversely, you could spend your whole life working towards something and an opportunity never presents itself, but hey, at least you tried. At least you tried. And I commend you for that. Both magic eating so you can't use magic to reinforce yourself, and also it's a massive slab of metal. Right? The Asta's magic is never giving up. Yeah, it's harder than people might think. You know what I mean? Not giving up is a skill. Life just throws everything at you. It's why I appreciate, because like, you know, I feel like society is the villain. I feel like society like pushes this thought of like you really have to do everything by yourself, but I feel like no man is an island is a saying for a reason, where it's like you need help sometimes, you know. There's no shame in getting help, I guess. I need to tell that to myself. I need to say that to myself. But like you know, like getting help isn't bad. Where was I going with this? But like, that's why. Because like a lot of people will be like, it has to come from you, you know? But intrinsic, is that the word? Intrinsic motivation. Where it's like, you can't rely on someone else to motivate you. You have to, like, the motivation has to come from in you. And that's true. I do believe that. But we're human, so it's literally impossible to be like that all the time. Sometimes you need people to help with that motivation, right? Sometimes you need to help. You need other people's help, right? And that's why I'm like grateful for everyone, because I feel like I'm grateful. Today on Twitter I saw someone who, maybe I'm assuming. No, the brain worms. I can never have any. Ah. I was like, maybe I'm assuming. Maybe that wasn't my Oshi mark. Maybe someone out there has the same Oshi mark as me, and that's their Oshi. Like, I saw someone on Twitter with a Sakura and swan emoji in their bio, along with a whole string of emojis. I don't know if I should name drop them. I don't know if they're here right now. Angel fish. Fish angel. Angel fish. Had my Oshi mark on their bio, and I was like, oh, it's like, that's so sweet. I don't think I've ever saw anyone. I never saw anyone have that Oshi mark before. Like, you see it all the time, those like Oshi marks on everyone's, you know, and then there's like fan accounts where it's like literally all they tweet about is like that one VTuber, their Oshi, their magnificent Oshi, and it's like I've never had that, I guess. And also like it meant a lot more to me than one might think. It's just two simple emojis, but I'm like, oh. And then people saying like, oh, you're my Oshi. I'm like, oh. Your streams are pretty good. Oh. Like, cause sometimes you need that outside validation. Yeah, I need validation. Validate me. Validate my parking. Cause like, sometimes it's like, oh, I'm working so hard and I'm like posting this and like working hard so people can like see, like, look guys, like it's like, thank you so much for supporting me here, and then it's like, well, nobody really asked for that, or like, well, we don't really care that much actually. It's like that kind of thinking, and it's like, oh, and I feel like that's one of the reasons, like, I'm not saying anything, but like, I think that I'm not saying this to like burden people, like, I'm the reason my Oshi graduated, what? But like, you know those like comics, you know those like the tale as old as time of like an Oshi will graduate, and on their graduation stream so many people show up that were there before, and it's like that feeling of like, oh man, like I didn't know people actually cared. Kind of like you realize on your graduation when you've already kind of given up because like you didn't feel that before, you didn't feel that kind of like motivation or something like that. Like you can kind of get in your head sometimes. And I'm not saying like the fans or whatnot are responsible for that. And I know some other people don't like to be perceived by their Oshi. I literally am a lurker. But that's why I like appreciate everyone, no matter what. But I'm just saying like I appreciate like the vocal, like when like subtle things like that, like Oshi marks and like stuff like that, you know, because it's like, oh, you know, like, oh. Even if that's for that one viewer, I'm gonna keep going, you know, because like I always see like some people like I don't know, like it's a strange feeling because like I don't want you, like your happiness shouldn't be dependent, your happiness shouldn't be dependent on like your Oshi, right? Like you can't, that's too big of a burden and that's not healthy. But it's also like sometimes kind of sad when you're like, when it affects them little to nothing. And so I always couldn't like fathom. Well, I mean, I've cried from graduations before, but it's just because I'm like, I was empathizing, I guess. I don't think I've had an Oshi graduate before. I don't think that should happen. I'm very lucky. That I have very little time to find an Oshi. I have two Oshis, and neither of them have graduated. But like, I have cried when someone graduated, like when Coco graduated, and I watched the graduation stream. I wasn't even the biggest Coco watcher because like Coco is very yabai, detachable. Kiryu Coco, if anybody knows. A lot of my viewers aren't very VTuber, like consumerism. But like, Coco, when Coco graduated, like her gen mates, I believe, or like at least her friends, like gave her like speeches and send off, and like one of them was like, "Are you really not gonna be here tomorrow anymore?" And the way she said that, it made me cry. Like I really was just like, oh. Anyways. All I heard is that if I keep working on myself, I too can have six-pack. I made movies, took a long time to get in, kept honing my skills, and then it happened. Like in a flash. Ended up living all around the world, making films with amazing people, never give up. That's amazing, 8-bit! Dang! Yeah, stories like those, where it's like, you know, like once again stalking. But I already read that, I think. It's not stalking. It's called, surveying. I think I need to get up for a sec and like pause my focus mode to like reheat my water for my water pack. Just give me a sec. I'll be right back. Ow. My leg gets numb. Still heating up the water. It's gonna take a while. Ow. I feel like this place has become quite tender. Oh, hello, Genki. I'll have to buy Tapsilog after talking about Ravenswan. I hope you enjoy your Tapsilog. We solved the great philosophical questions of the universe. Yeah, we were having philosophical talks. Should this be a normal occurrence for us? Actually, maybe I could end the stream soon after this one session. I was planning to do more, but I thought I could hold it over with like. I thought I could hold it over with my heat pack, but I feel like I need to go lie down. Bro, I hope tomorrow's session immediately after I'm like, I feel so much better. Yes? Oh my goodness, Sushi. Sound like an old woman getting up from the chair. I mean, it is 2 hours, I guess. I guess 2 hours is enough for like a work stream. Maybe we should make it longer next time. Wait, let me check the water. Okay, I'm back. Kitty! The sushi cat really leads into the sad meows. Yeah! He sounds sad all the time. There we go. Sorry, maybe I shouldn't have paused the Pomodoro for people who are like actually using the Pomodoro, you know? You're gonna like... Okay, I've restarted the Pomodoro. All you need to know, Gregor, Mikuro, and Matsasi kept on hearing anxiety do a solo run in the game. Bless you, thank you. My bad. Ugh. Man. I finished my reports nearly an hour ago. That's so fast. What? Isn't it like 7 a.m. for you? You already finished your report? Dang. You're so productive. I haven't even reached 5 minutes. I've done like 1 minute. God. 2 hours. I mean, I guess we did take breaks, I guess. But like... okay, there we go. Forgot to save. Never forget. Ugh. There's too many things on my head right now. I have glasses, I have the heat pack, and then I have the headset. 7 a.m. in Japan right now. Oh wait, no. Sorry. It's like, sorry. It's like 8 p.m. for you. It is 8 p.m. for you, isn't it? I'm sorry, that was my bad. I'm very hungry. I don't know what to eat. Ow, ow, ow. I think I need to end the stream. As soon as this like Pomodoro is over, I think we should finish the stream because the heat pack isn't quite working its magic anymore. I think it got immune to the heat or something. I don't know. どうしようかな。なんかこうやってね、なんか普通にびっくりしたなんか雑談するのって私の夢だったんだね。寿司。He's just looking at me, licking his lips. What do you mean? You had dinner like 2 hours ago. He's so cute. It's close to being 7 a.m. for me and I have yet to... What? Is that like because you have to stay up? You should eat and then go to bed. That's bad advice. Actually, that's good advice. You know, like, I know that a lot of people actually, like, I've gone to bed hungry because, like, oh, if you eat right before bed, like, it's bad, you'll gain weight. And also because, like, it saves money that way. You know, like, I started waking up early sometimes. And I'm like, bro, I do get hungry once I wake up. I save so much money by waking up late and then just having brunch. But, like, when I had my appendicitis thing, my doctor was like, you should eat. Because, like, I was in graveyard shift and I was like, sometimes I go to bed hungry because, like, no, like, I just don't know. I just don't understand my new eat schedule. And then he's like, no, you shouldn't because like you went so long without eating and you can't just go to bed without eating. Like you'll have like so many hours of no eating and nothing to digest. And I'm like, but doesn't that like don't they say you shouldn't eat before going to bed because it'll help you gain weight? And he's like, no, that doesn't matter. So you should eat some pancakes. Sad Sushi Meows translated, Meg, where's my post-dinner salmon? Eat the sushi cat food? Clearly it's pretty good. It is. It is, I think, good. It's like, maybe, should I be saying the brand? It's on my throne anyway, so you know the brand. It's like, Meow, wait, actually, Petmara. It's Petmara, it's the one where they have like freeze-dried bits of like seafood, mixed in with like normal kibble. So, but it's not all freeze-dried, so you have to mix it in with a kibble. But sushi, sometimes he only eats the like fancy stuff that's mixed in with the kibble, and he'll like leave the kibble, and then like I'll be like, what? Didn't I already feed you? And then I see his bowl is still quite full, and he'll like go. He's so smart. He's a smart boy. He'll like either knock over, if it's in a like cellophane bag thing, he'll like knock it over or like scratch on it. If it's in a container, he'll like climb on top of it and look at you menacing, or not menacingly. He doesn't do menacing. He does kitty eyes, which works tremendously well. He'll like look at you with these sad boy eyes, being like, "Oh, you're really gonna starve me?" I'm like, "I'm not starving you. You're starving yourself. You have to eat your food, young man." And he's like, "But I'm so hungry, mother, and I'm sick of normal kibble. Can't you just give me the freeze-dried just a little bit?" And then I caved and I gave it to him. But thankfully when it's dinner time, I suppose, like, cause like they're nocturnal, so in the nighttime, like by the time I wake up, it's like, oh, you ate all your kibble. You know what I mean? You can then go right to bed. I mean, a little bit of certain foods can help with acid reflux, but like generally not good. Right? That's what they say. Especially like seafood, you know, like shells and stuff are harder to digest. Maybe like some light food, like fruit or something. Any pancakes to go with bacon for breakfast? Oh, I would love pancakes, waffles, pancakes. I really want to go eat this these souffle pancakes from this one cafe that we always pass by, but it's like so expensive. It's like twice the expense of like a normal restaurant meal because it's a cafe and it's a fancy pancake. And I'm like, they know their market because they have like a Sakura edition. It's like Sakura pancakes. It's probably, I don't know if I'm gonna like it. I don't really like floral foods, but for the aesthetic. Like, they have Sakura pancakes with a Sakura-ish drink and whatever it was that was accompanied as a side dish, I don't know. And it's like so good looking. But it's a pancake. In my mind, I'm like, it's a pancake. It's flour and eggs. And I'm not gonna pay that much. It's like, I'm not gonna pay that much for a pancake, but I really want to. And like, I'll look up how to make it, and it's like, you gotta you gotta whip the egg whites and stuff like that. So I haven't gotten around to like making it myself or whatever. I wanna set aside time for that to like purposefully make it. It's probably harder than it looks. But I mean, the ingredients are just so cheap, and I know it's probably like paying for the skill and also the fact that it's a cafe. But like, I didn't sleep because I wasn't tired, and now I gotta work in like 2 hours. No, honestly, same, but not because I wasn't tired. I've had that experience. I have gone to work with no sleep. I have done that. It was crazy. Just the thought of having to not, like, having to be alert for work made me anxious, and I couldn't go to bed. Even when I guzzled down, like, melatonin gummies, I was like, oh no, I have to work in, like, a bit. I hope your work is chill and that you can sneak in a daze here and there. A dozing off here and there. Breakfast or dinner is the best. Is it? I miss my American style bacon, egg, hash brown grits, biscuit, and gravy type of breakfast. Breakfast cafes are one of the few things I miss about North America in general. I'm always angry now after getting prescribed. What? You got prescribed Ozempic? Isn't that bad for you? Isn't Ozempic like bad for you? I can't eat good food frequently. I blame my godmother. Wait, isn't Ozempic bad for you? Only been on Monjaro myself. Even the minimum does hit me like a truck. Aren't those like really? What is Ozempic? Ow. Oh no, I feel so sick right now. Oh, wait, it's for diabetes? Oh, I see. なるほど。なるほどね。そうなんだ。Oh, that's why. Ugh. I don't even know anymore. I miss not having to lie down because, like, whenever it gets really bad, I have to like lie down or take a painkiller, and you're only limited to 2 painkillers a day, I think. And so the alternative is to like lie down. And I'm like, I can't get anything done lying down. Is this ASMR enough for you? Oh no, my nose is getting clogged. Ozempic is not bad to me. It depends if you're healthy or, for example, diabetic. You don't get prescribed Ozempic without going through a few lab tests. Even still, the side effects can be strong. It's one of those, like, in the wrong hands kind of thing. I'm dreading my, like, doctor appointment. No. I have to, like, that means I have to, like, wake up and, like, not take painkillers, right? Because then they're gonna be like, does this hurt? Does this hurt? Or something like that. Or describe to me what you're feeling right now. And I'm like, I don't feel anything. I'm on painkillers. So I have to, like, endure the pain tomorrow. What? Lose your gallbladder? Ugh. The last stretch. I eat the wrong kind of food and I get stomach aches. Oh no. I hope you get better soon, Yankee, or that your condition improves, and that everything will be okay for everybody in the whole wide world. I might as well wish for world peace. No, but for real, I hope your condition improves. I guess that's the thing, like, you shouldn't eat good food frequently, because I guess, like, good food is always kind of bad in some way. In, you know, everything in moderation. I found mixing in lots of almonds. Almonds! Into my diet helped me quite a bit with the Monsanto. I'm sure the doctor's appointment will go well. Hopefully it'll be something minor like stress. Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully they'll be like, oh, it's fine. You're just really stressed out. You just chill. I can make it into a short. I can make it into content. I can be like, the doctor prescribed me with unable to chill. Chill pill. The doctor prescribed me with a chill pill. We should make that. We should script that. We should work together where I script shorts. I want to script shorts and like get back into like, cause that Pokemon short, I scripted that and I was like so proud. It got so much traction. And I was ready. It was like the opposite of what I expected. It was way too long for like typical shorts. People are like, don't make your shorts too long because people's attention spans suck and you'll just be shooting yourself in the foot. Like, you know, work hard, work smarter, not harder. But I was like, I'm gonna work hard on this short because I have a vision. I have a vision and I'm gonna make it into fruition. Ayo, bars. Like, that script came to me in a dream. In a daydream. I was like, this would be so funny because like I didn't do it on stream and I was like, I wish I shared this journey with someone, but like I can't do a consecutive like 72-hour like shiny hunting. That's insane. And I can't keep up my energy for that long. I can't stream for 72 hours and then just like not turn into like a puppet and just cease to exist on stream. And I just don't see a point in that. I don't see a point in like me streaming and then just being quietly in the corner being a corpse. So I'm like, I'm just gonna shiny hunt off stream, I guess, and just like silently with dead eyes. And I had to be like, Brogo, please, I just want this Eevee. I want to stream again. I want to stream with my shiny Vaporeon. And they were like teasing me every time I tried to like get, like farm an area. It was like, every other Pokemon that isn't Eevee in this area will be a shiny, but not Eevee. And I didn't know the technique of like leave them alone so that they don't get to spawn as a shiny again. I did that once on the Trubbish one. So I had 2 Trubbishes. I think. I don't actually remember. But I was like, I'm gonna record this at least. I'm gonna die on stream if I do 72 hours of horror games. I'm gonna have a heart attack, and then you guys are gonna be witness to that. And then I'm gonna be like those like old paintings or something. I'm gonna go viral for dying on stream and then get a bunch of like monetization money, like ad revenue because I went viral, and I won't be able to savor it because I'm dead. Anything for the Vine dies on stream. Ugh. I'll be honest though, dizziness is one of the effects I experience occasionally. Oh no. Dizziness is like the worst. That's what makes like motion sickness and everything. It like sucks. I settled on almonds because 30 to 40 almonds a day? Is that okay? I settled on almonds because proteins and helps with my uric acid levels. That makes me feel better. I like almonds and I was like, what snack can I snack on? Because sometimes when I'm bored, my mouth is like, I want to chew on something. And I'm like, no. And it just like occupies me. But with almonds, they said like it's a healthy snack. Or yeah, just like that as a healthy snack. You know, so I got almonds. And they taste good. I like them. You know, I love when healthy food doesn't taste awful. Oh my gosh. How does one get through 72 hours without becoming doxed goo? What if I do a genuinely true to life, like, donathon? And I don't do the thing where it's like, oh, 2 hours of stream. And I do 72 straight hours. Just like non-stop. I'm not even gonna sleep. Actually, people who do subathons and donathons, they do sleep. They just have like a team of friends and mods that will take over for them while they sleep. That's the thing is like, I'm truly a one-man army. I don't know if I should say this, but like, I don't even have like a proper mod, to be honest. Like, I don't have a proper mod, so, like, everything. Sometimes my mod will lurk, but sometimes it's just me, myself, and I. 72 hours of Megu, let's go! I genuinely cannot fathom, like, anyone who would want that. I don't know anyone who'd want 72 hours of me straight up, raw. Why did I say raw? 72 hours of growing factory. Thank you for the hydrate. I'm gonna drink some water right now. Oh no, I lost my water. I left it at the sink. Well, I'll drink it after the stream. It's almost over. Alien Isolation. Monster Hunter grinding, that's actually, I think, possible. 72 hours of Monster Hunter grinding, I think, is actually possible. 72 hours of Gacha, also Subnautica, is actually possible. But I feel like energy-wise, it won't be. I just feel like any game where it's like 72 hours straight, I don't think I can keep up my energy for that long. Maybe like this. Like, maybe we'll just talk for 72 hours. We're like long-distance parasocial strangers. Talking for 72 hours straight, being like, so how's your day going? Have you eaten yet? I'm just like, I feel like sometimes, I feel like I would do better as a, well, not better, but like, I feel like, you know how those like, I'm very dramatic in my facial expression and movement sometimes. Sometimes in horror games, my model is just like sitting there, or like in Subnautica, and then the reality is I fall off my chair, and I feel like that would be very funny, clip-wise. You know what I mean? And then even then, if that is the case, then I can like eat on stream. I feel like if I eat on stream, it's kind of mildly entertaining if I was a flesh tuber. As a VTuber, I don't know, like, it's just different, you know? It's just different. Because, like, it's just silence and a model that's just, like, sitting there. That's not the same. Because, like, people will come in and they're like, why is she quiet? Boring! Leaves. And I have to constantly be like, I'm eating. I'm eating. Eating. Please no parasocial. You're like our younger mentally but much older physically sister. That's brutal. Oh gosh. If I'm your sister, prove it. You need to treat me to a meal. You need to treat me to a pedicure. You know, like, that's like, I feel like younger sister privilege. Can you treat me, older brother? Hey bro, treat me to some nuggies. What else food? Treat me to some palambok. That sounded weird. Why is that weird? Palambok. Treat me to, what is it? I feel like that's the one person I can be like, I don't care that I'm mooching off of you. It's part of being an older brother, you know, or older sister. Being like, can I please? Ay, sige na. Sige na. Palibre naman. Palibre naman. Bigyan mo naman ako ng allowance. Nasaan na yung New Year allowance ko? Diba? Is that a thing? New Year allowance? Like you get money on New Year's? Saan na yung Christmas gift ko? Ha? Ate? Kuya? Saan na yung Christmas gift ko? Ha? Palibre ng boba tea. Palibre ng milk tea. Yan lang yung maririnig mo sa akin. Palibre. Palibre naman. Palibre naman. Pag magkita tayo. Yun lang yung sasabihin ko sa'yo. Uy, ate, palibre naman. Ate. Ate, palagi na lang ako nagpapansit kanton. Pang Jollibee naman. Jollibee naman, ate. Unhealthy lifestyle. Pero, masarap. God, it hurts. Grogu might have broken your brain a bit on sibling. What? What do you mean? Grogu is my younger brother. I never get treated. What the frick? I'm feeding him. I'm feeding Grogu. I'm feeding him. And sushi. So I want to be fed. I want to be fed cheesecake. I'm just listing food that I'd like to eat. What else is there? Burger. I want a burger. I want the Aloha burger from Jollibee. The one with pineapple and bacon. Not the bird style feeding. Ew, no. Feeding Brogo, but last I heard Megu was no share goo. Yeah, because I buy 2 meals. I buy 2 meals for us. I buy 2 people's worth. I make 2 people's worth. Mother Bird Mego burger. No! Mother Bird Mego burger stat. Might as well make a 72-hour food stream. Well, what would be a 72-hour food stream? That's the thing is like, I'm so confused. I want to do a cooking stream, but I'm so confused on how to like position the camera, because if I was a flesh tuber, no problem, I'll just position it. I don't care if I like the point is that I'm going to be shown on camera. But like, it's so hard when I try to like not dox myself. It's like, where do I attach? I don't have the equipment to attach the cell phone so that it is not capturing me, and then also so that it is mega proof and foolproof, so that I don't like, yeah, 72 hours of dox dodging. I feel like I'll forget about the camera placement, and I'll just like lean in. Like, for example, the camera only is like cut off and it's like only up until my chest, and then I'll just like suddenly, like in the middle of the stream, just lean into the sink and be like, oh my gosh, what is that? And then like my full face just in the camera. So it has to be like foolproof, where it's like even if I lean forward. So that's why my like idea was like to tape it to my chest, and I tried it, guys. Okay, never let it. Okay, I'm getting loud. I tried it, guys. Never let it be said that, oh, you didn't even put in effort. I have tried. I've tried taping it on my forehead too high. If I chop anything, it's not gonna get it. And if I put it on my chest, it's too low. And then what am I gonna do? Put it on my neck? Like, I'm gonna choke myself. Also, like, my phone almost fell, and like that would be bad. What if I was like cooking, right? I was like frying up with oil and everything, and it just like on my phone, like and then my phone just falls into the oil and boils itself. Oh my gosh, fire hazard! I get to think of so many things that could go wrong, and also like my fire sprinkler alarm thingy, like it's in the place where my computer is, right? So even if I like move the stove in like the floor, like I can't do it because then like the smoke, it'll trigger the alarm. Oh no, she has a real face. Everyone, Meg also got herself with that mirror. Oh my gosh, that mirror. But flips around as it does so into the oil. Oh my gosh. Anyways, I need to leave, guys. As much as I'm laughing and enjoying our time and don't want to leave, I'm feeling unwell, so I have to leave. I have to leave. This is such a bad way to end it though. Like, oh, I'm sick, I'm dying, I'm gonna leave now. But like, it was fun. It was really, really, you know what, I'll call it productive. I'm gonna go eat dinner now and like just lie down, I guess, and like press into this part of my head and neck and whatever it is. Oh my gosh. Alright. Great stream, Meg, with bedtime for real. Yeah. We're gonna go to bed. I'm gonna save this and then exit this too. Alright, who are we raiding? I'm just gonna raid them and like not I'm just gonna raid them and not say anything, you know, like I'm just gonna raid them and leave. Or maybe I should just leave. You know what? I'm feeling possessive. Okay, I'm feeling yandere. I'm not gonna share you guys with anyone. I'm not gonna share you. You guys aren't allowed to go to other streamers anymore. I'm just gonna end the stream. Good night. Goodbye. Yeah, I'm yandere today. Plus 5 points to anyone who gets that reference. Anyways, my neck. I'm gonna leave now. Thanks for watching. Otsumegu. Megumi, 悲しくなっちゃうよ。